Right. Okay.
Yeah, we live. We live, baby. What's going on, people?
Press
Wait
record
for a
player.
couple of people to come through. A couple of the crew, the squadrons.
I'm a jerk. I'm under pressure.
Why can't I hear you?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, bro.
So what have you done?
Did you just mute your camera?
No. Can you hear me? Can you
You
hear
can't
me?
hear me, surely.
I can hear you.
You can
I
hear
can
me,
hear you.
but
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Okay. Shall I come out of it and go back in? Shall I come out and then come back in?
Hold on, what's it? Do you know what might have happened? Hold on, stay there, stay there. I don't know why I can't hear you.
Shall I come out and then come back in?
Better.
What, you can hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
What's going on?
Boy, right now, the verdict for Derek Chauvin is about to be announced.
What are you going for? What do you think?
So
what are the charges?
I'm just watching it now. So he's either gonna get 2nd-degree murder, 3rd-degree murder, or manslaughter. Manslaughter is about, I think they were saying, is about 2 to 5, possibly. Basically, what this guy who's speaking on somewhere in America said, one of the things that the jury has to consider, and I don't think it should be a consideration, but one of the things they have to consider is that they're potentially sending a police officer to jail.
What does that mean?
That means that obviously jail is the last place a police officer wants to spend any amount of time.
Yeah, but they're not gonna put him like in general pop.
But the thing is, all jail will have a couple man that will move him up. But what they're saying is, what this guy's saying is that might be a consideration in not the verdict, but the sentencing.
Okay.
You know, so the judge might be a bit lenient and go to the lesser end. But what this guy thinks is that he don't think it's going to be the top end of 25 to life. So this guy's thinking it could be 5 to 10. Do you know what I mean? So honestly, you know, and
do you think the verdict is more important than the sentence?
Well, I think the verdict.
Yeah.
Can you hear
What's
me?
more important, the verdict or the sentence? I'm just thinking about the family, yeah? If I was the family,
the verdict.
I would want to hear guilty of murder.
The verdict.
Yeah, but then what if the sentence is, okay, you're guilty of 2nd-degree murder, but because you're a police officer, we're just gonna give you 3 years. Because he's already done a year.
But this is the thing. If he manslaughter, what manslaughter does is tells everybody that your actions were correct. Somebody just died. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's manslaughter. Yeah, so that.
No, I don't know if it says it's correct, because you could
his actions. Yeah.
No, I don't think that means it's correct though.
No. See, for me, it's like they're not condemning his actions. So as a police officer, you're trained in how to restrain somebody, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. We all saw that this went beyond restraining. They had his knee on his neck for what, 8.5 minutes? Right. We done that amount of time in silence. And that was a very long time, a few podcasts ago.
You think the verdict is more important than the sentence?
The verdict is because look, if you get murder, but yet you serve less amount of time that everybody would like you to serve, when you come out of jail, you are still a murderer. If you get manslaughter, when you come out of jail, you killed somebody by accident. There's a huge difference for implications for the rest of your life. One, for the rest of your life, you're a murderer. The other, you accidentally killed somebody. And if people don't know the scenario, know the story to make up their own mind, yeah, people will see you as a victim. Do you know what I mean? Like how you accidentally killed somebody. That must be so hard for you to live with. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now you're the victim. No. If man sees you as a murderer, you're a murderer, bro.
He needs to be tarnished as a murderer, is what you're saying.
It's technical. You know, the reason that they decided to do the verdict in the morning, because it is the morning in America, is because the last time they done a verdict at night, the riots kicked off. Big riots kicked off. But it's like, people can riot any time of the day, you know. So I think America is tense. It's tense over there right now.
Yeah.
Can you remember a bigger case than this in your time?
I mean, obviously, like a case like this.
I mean, OJ
was obviously bigger, and I remember that OJ verdict.
But that's because of the celebrity status of OJ, you know, his wife, whatever, you know.
But there was a lot of race involved in that case as well, though.
Yeah.
Like hella, like remember that the police officer was a KKK and they were trying to, like, I mean, there was a lot of racial aspects to that case. So
yeah,
obviously it's not the same situation, but yeah, I remember the feeling kind of being quite similar. So we'll see what happens.
You realize what? Sorry, you remember what?
I remember the feeling being quite similar, like in terms of like the anticipation for a verdict.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm sure let's keep our eyes on this and see what's going on. Have any more teams pulled out of the Super League yet?
Not that I know of. But are you looking at the comments? You've got the comments on.
No.
Man said, "Oh, you know."
I haven't got money.
Fam, you've got a multi-screen setup, rude boy.
I know, but I can't. Because I'm so blind, I can't see like the comments from here. Hold on, let me get them up. Well, what's everyone saying? My phone's ringing. Stay there, Damon. Look after the people. Then 1 second.
Fam, what am I turning the fader up or down? Okay, look after the people. All right, what we're talking about, people. Let me give you a quick update on the new addition to my family. Caselo Victor is doing splendidly well. He's putting on weight. He's eating well. Yes, he's eating well. I've succumbed to the fact that they're not mine anymore. They belong to him. They're not mine. They are his. He owns them. And I will wait for him to give me permission for when I can get them back. But until then, they're his. They are his.
They got stolen.
Huh?
Stolen.
Yeah, fully.
Hijack.
Tonight, also what's happening tonight, but this, it might not. I mean, it will probably go ahead, you know, irrespective of the verdict that hangs out, but something that I'm looking forward to and I might try and stay awake for is Redman versus Method Man on the
Versus. Yes.
Brother.
420, man. I can't wait. I'm going to watch it 100%.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I want to watch it. You know what? I don't even think there's going to be a winner. It's just going to be vibes.
Gonna be vibes, man. Have you ever seen them perform live before?
Not live, but I've seen a performance of them. When
they're the best. Them and Buster, I don't think can be touched like in terms of stage presence.
Yeah, energy and them two have been around from day. They've been vibing together from day. So it's not even like, just two random rappers together. Them two are like family. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm definitely looking forward to that. I can't wait for that tonight.
That's definitely a good thing.
Better than meth.
Have you been watching EastEnders?
Boy, yeah, I have, unfortunately.
Bro, so I don't know if it was on today, but I watched it yesterday. And what caught my eye with EastEnders, because I don't watch it, but you know, every now and then you flick over and you see 5 minutes of it. And what caught my eye was Phil was dealing with Cat. Yeah. And I'm like, what? How?
You know what? Phil's CV, yeah. People don't know this, yeah. Phil has had every woman on the square. He don't ramp. Even Denise, the black woman. He's had all of them. He's gone in. Shout out to Phil. He's real bad boy. Gallus.
Phil is and the worst thing is, yeah, I don't even know how he does it. Man don't see him dry. Man don't see him flossing. Man doesn't see nothing from it.
He's got peas though. He's got peas.
But what does he do with his peas?
Remember, he's always got peas in the safe that's behind the picture in the front room. He's got peas there, and then he's got his own little runnings going on. He's got his mechanic thing popping off. That's a little. That's to hide all of the illegal activity he's got going on.
Bro,
he's got peas. Phil's got peas.
Bro, I'm not saying he ain't got peas. We know Phil's got peas because he was ready to drop 200 bags to get the pub back the other day or something like that.
Exactly.
What? Yeah, I know Phil's got peas, but yesterday's episode of EastEnders, yeah, with that Kush, who's dipping, he's bouncing, and then the crazy brother. I don't know who this brother is.
His name's Gray. He's killed about. Kush will be the third person he's killed on this show.
Okay, man. So, firstly, what kind of underground station is Wolford Underground, where the train comes once every 17 minutes? Yeah,
it might be like them far out stations,
brother. Listen, and secondly, there's nobody else that uses that underground station. Thirdly, there's no CCTV.
Yeah, this is the thing. There has to be CCTV. If you guys don't know what happened yesterday, Gray, who is the lawyer on the square, he killed his wife, pretty light-skinned girl, killed her, killed Mick's sister, and now he's just killed Kush by throwing him on the tube track. He's just killing everyone.
He's just moving. He's a serial killer.
He's moving reckless.
He's a serial killer.
Reckless.
I was a bit disturbed because I don't know. It just felt a bit dark and chilly. But I'm like, okay, this is what EastEnders is doing right now. So don't know about all that. I'm trying to keep up with this.
With the trial.
Yeah, not well. What they're talking about, but what else is going on? We will get to this when it pops off. What?
You haven't really given your opinion on the Super League, bro.
Do people know about the Super League? What is what I'm saying.
Break it down.
What are the people in the chat group saying? What are they saying in the group, fam? Multitask, Ace. Come on.
I'm trying to multitask here.
You look like you're trying to order food. What are you doing?
I'm definitely not trying to do that. People are talking about the George Floyd case still.
What are they saying?
Wanting to get the biggest charge possible.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all we got today.
I don't think people are going to be interested in... What are you laughing at, fam? Brendan, can you focus on the podcast?
I'm laughing at us. Sorry. I'm laughing at me and you. Sorry. Go on. Why don't you think people will care about the Super League?
Because I just don't think people care about it. I don't think our listeners care that much about football and a Super League.
Do you care about the Super League?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I must support Arsenal. I gave up on caring about football many years ago, brother.
So you don't want to see Arsenal in the Super League?
No, what? Hold on, wait. We can't even handle the Premier League. You know Super is above Premier, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
You understand? And we can't even handle the Premier League. Yeah. So what are we doing? What business do we have up there with them, man? There, the best top 6 teams of what? England, Spain, Italy, and I don't know what, Germany maybe. What are we doing over there?
Do you know what? I read the funniest like Twitter thread the other day that was saying, look, if they're really trying to make it about like the American way of doing sport, yeah, they gotta add wrestling to it, bro. Man, them just need to come to football pitches with the still. But they gotta make it. If this is gonna be these 12 teams, yeah, just like playing football every week, and it's just like they want to make it more Americanized, and it's not nothing to do with the Prem, and it's just they're on their own thing. Then let's make it more exciting. Let's have steel chairs. Let's have like people jumping off things. Like let's have people injured. Like do all that stuff.
What you want is Jamaica versus Mexico in the World Cup.
Yeah, straight.
That's what you want. Yeah.
Let's make it like what? Let's make it like wrestling. Let's have promos. Like let's shout at each other before. Like if you're gonna do that, you gotta go all the way.
Look at all of them. Look at all of them sports in America that they try and glamorize. They try and twist up. So do you remember that? Do you remember basketball? And they had that little basketball tournament where they added trampolines. The whole court was a trampoline.
Oh yeah. They really thought that was gonna go, innit?
Bro,
they really thought that was gonna go.
Foolishness.
That was really stupid.
I swear there's a few other things that they've had that are just like, brother, allow it. Yeah, no, allow it. It's nonsense. And you know, to get to the nitty-gritty of it, football fans range from, you know, the lower classes to beyond the upper classes, you know. And if you're now just having these teams in this Super League, you know, it's just going to restrict fans from being able to go to the games, from viewing the games. You know, they're just going to price people out of watching football altogether, and it's ridiculous. Plus, you know, you're not giving any other smaller teams the chance to bust, like Leicester. Remember Leicester 5-6 seasons ago, whatever?
Yeah. How are we going to get that again?
Man said, yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah. What do you think, Lee? Super League, you on it?
I know what I think. This is what I think. I think if I Lee Vassal invested in tennis, yeah, and all of a sudden, all these other people that invested in tennis said, let's make a Super League, why would I not?
What do you mean?
Like you got, like, I understand the people that are championing the Super League, they're all investors in the club. So like I do understand the politics behind it, but I do that no one has a problem when Man City get a billionaire that's got nothing to do with football and then build up the team and buy all these expensive players that they could have never afford back in the day. That's fine. But when they want to do things like Super League,
missing the point. You're missing the point. I'm gonna tell you the difference. You see, when Man City have bought all of these players, attracted all of these players on these crazy wages. Yeah. Man City can still get broke up by Burnley. Man City can still get broke up. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying that's the spectatorship of football. That's a highlight of football for football fans, whether you support Man City or you support whoever, to know.
But Damon, ain't your if you're an investor, and you come in, isn't your whole thing is to protect your investment, innit? Regardless of what's happening. So if you're gonna make money, if someone offers you a deal in that situation, you're because we know that these investors, they don't care about football like that. They just know it makes a lot of money in it. And what they want to do is maximize their expenditure. And I'm not saying what they're not doing is fuckery, by the way, but I can understand from their standpoint, because like I said, people ask me to invest in things all the time, or they've asked I'm sure we've all had people in the industry that we don't know. We would come in and try and exploit it the same way, no? Would we not all do the same thing?
But then we can look at things that have happened in the past and learn from things that have happened in the past, like Scottish football. See, Scottish football. All it is Celtic and Rangers, you know. See the rest of the team.
Yeah. That's all it's been. That's all it's been.
Bruv, it's poor. It's very, very poor. Very poor. Now, and remember, you're building a Super League where people can't get relegated and people can't get promoted. So after a while, it's just like, what is the point? Like, I don't need to see the top 12 or the top 16 or 20 football clubs playing against each other week in, week out to see top football, because we see top football in the Prem week in, week out, whether it's Crystal Palace and Tottenham, whether it's Man United and Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? We see that. Yes, you've got games, you know, on the flip side, football is probably one of the only sports, maybe the only sport where you can have a 0-0 draw when no one scores a goal. You know, but that doesn't mean it still wasn't a good game. It doesn't mean that there still wasn't excitement. I think this Super League.
Don't you think though, if like, I do believe this though. I believe that, you know, we'll go kicking and screaming, but once the league started and we'd watch the games. It'd just be normal.
I knew Lee would go and watch it. Lee will fly out to watch them games.
Do you know why? Ace? Because everyone will watching the game. I'm not going to support. I'm still going to support Arsenal in the Super League. I'm still going to go and watch. I want them to bat up them Spanish teams same way.
Okay.
How would you feel if you were an Arsenal player that couldn't play for their country because your team has been put in the Super League? You never.
I was an Arsenal player. Bro, I can't have them feelings because I'm not in that position. I'm a fan. I'm a spectator in it.
No,
so I can only see.
It's a possibility that if you play in the Super League,
you can't play
for your country.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, listen, it's all about the money, innit? It's all about the money, innit?
All right, here's another thing, yeah? Here's another thing. As a spectator, as a proper football fan,
yeah.
You was about in the barbershop when Pennant landed, yeah?
Yeah.
You was about in the barbershop when Pennant bust on the scene. We've been about when Young Bucks have landed. You know, look at Wayne Rooney. Yeah. Remember, Wayne Rooney was at Everton, yeah? Wayne Rooney come on the pitch and duppy the Arsenal when he was 17 years old. You see, as a fan, as a Liverpool fan or Man United fan or Arsenal fan, and we're just watching the Super League, yeah? We're missing that part of British football. We're missing the grassroots. We're missing them young bucks that are landing and having the opportunity to run out at Old Trafford or at Anfield or at the Emirates for their first game and duppy. Yeah. We're losing all of that, bro. And I don't think that's a good thing. I really don't think it's a good thing at all. You know, somebody raised the point that this is how the Premier League started, yeah? And it is how the Premier League started, where they just took the certain elite top whatever teams and just made a new league. But what that's done is that still kept all of the other teams in English football, and they could still all play each other. So even though these lot, do you remember Leeds back in the day? Leeds was a powerhouse in football. They were
Ian Rushing, man, your boa.
Thank you. They was a powerhouse in Europe, yeah. And look at them. They had the decline. They went down and down and down and down. And now them man are back in the Prem, duppying teams, fully duppying teams. Bro, but I you know, if you're doing something, if you're trying to do something solely for money, solely for your money, for your personal pocket, knowing that the product that you have already is for the fans, I don't think it's a good idea. I totally agree. As a I'm seeing it from you fan, but I can see it from the other side. I can see what they're doing. And if that's the case, then like I said, we shouldn't allow people that don't know nothing about the football to be investing in it to buy these clubs then. Because then I remember when Man City got bought and someone said that he was meant to buy Man United and he got the teams wrong. Like, this is the knowledge that these people have, that buy the investors have. They don't know. I don't know about that, but I know that Abramovich was supposed to buy Tottenham, and he was flying over London. He was flying over London and saw Chelsea, and he said, "Hey, what's going on down there?" And I said,
"I want that."
Yeah.
Imagine having that much money. Imagine having that much money that you fly over something and say, "Oh, what's going on over there? What? That's Disneyland. Hey, let me get that." What? Nah.
Man playing real life Monopoly. You know?
That's mad.
Real life Monopoly.
Hey, what's that big circle thing?
In London.
Millennium Wheel. Hey, let me get that.
let me buy two of them. Yeah, let me buy two of them.
What's that little Millennium Dome? Yeah, let me get that. Nah, that's too much money. That is way too much money. That's crazy.
I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea, personally. I hear what you're saying, Lee. And as an investor, but then you see that man there, he's got that P, go put it on Bitcoin, innit?
These men are offering football clubs like what is it, 3.3 something billion each or
to join the
something
thing.
Ridiculous to join, yeah.
It's like 3 to 4 billion to join.
Like,
Listen, I tell you this now, yeah. If man's offering you 8 million to leave DNLs and come and just cut one person's hair a year, what you say? You're not on that. 8 million.
I've got a go bag ready for that call. It's ready. It's in the car. It's in the car ready. I love you, boy.
Just drop out all it. Would you even send all of your customers a text message or anything?
I'm changing my phone number.
Hey, Damon, what God?
They're gonna think aliens abducted me, boy. Like, and you know what the funny thing is, yeah? Nobody knows where I live. Yeah. So years ago, maybe about 10 years ago, I didn't turn up for work. Yeah. I can't remember what was happening, but I was mad tired. You know when you have them months where you're just constantly on the go and you're not getting no sleep. And I've gone home and I forgot to set the alarm, innit? Now, them times I start work at 7, I haven't set the alarm. I hear banging. I'm woken up to banging on my door, innit? It's one of my customers. You know when you gather yourself and it's like, "Wow, my phone's off, what's going on?" Yeah, check the phone or whatever, turn the phone, and it's all like 9 in the morning. So we're talking a good, but what was happening as well, because my phone was off, people were ringing around and no one could get hold of me. So people was worried. So the customers landed and knocked on the door. You see now, no one knows where I live, fam. No one's coming knocking for nothing. Me, Ash, Caselo, Victor, we're gone. Missing. Out.
Auntie, they've got moves to make.
Out.
You know what's funny? I was gonna phone you actually. Today I was driving through Commercial Street and have you seen this AI barber thing they've got going on?
What's that?
No.
So check this one, yeah. So you can, bro. You know all our jobs are replaceable in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
You know that, innit?
100%.
So the AI place. I'm gonna try and get the information properly. I'm sure what it's saying is you go into the shop with a picture of the haircut you want, and you go into the machine and it cuts your hair like that.
What? The machine does it?
Yes.
To any person?
Anyone. I saw it today. Obviously, your hair has to have the length for certain styles, innit? You can't go in there with a barlet and get dreadlocks. Well, I don't even know, to be fair. I just saw them advertising and people giving out flyers outside the shop today. I'm going to go and investigate it tomorrow.
I don't think people are going to trust the AI barber.
And the computer cuts it.
Yeah. You go into the booth and it will just cut it for you, yeah.
Nah. I don't know.
Because I think Barbershop is different. It's the experience, isn't it?
Of course.
It's the experience. I think people go in there for the therapy. But then I used to think that about black taxis. I thought that people would get in there just to have a talk with the driver. Nah, they're on their laptops or they're on their phone. Soon, Ace, your thing will be gone.
Yeah, 100%.
They'll be going there. There'll be an AI DJ and he'll just read the crowd.
They'll just
that man want bashment. That man want bashment now. Yeah. I'll fling that on.
It's 100%. They start reading people's emotions. They're
yeah.
44% of the club want this, 84%. It's going to be like that, 100%.
That's going to be crazy.
That's going to be crazy. Sorry, I'm just checking the jury. The case is still like any minute now. We'll get this.
So what you're saying? We could be a riot. There could be a riot tonight, or there could be but a riot on 420 is going to be mad because there's people who's getting high today. There's people out there getting high. So that's the last thing they want.
Where are you now?
I'm in. You know what's funny? So I was I was locally in my area, yeah, and I was getting ready to do the show, and I got a job, and I thought, they're gonna go around the corner, and it took me all the way to Gold Hawk Road.
Where's that?
That's like near Chiswick.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was like, it was an old couple as well, so I just took them there, and I thought, right, I'm gonna sign on. I was meant to get a bottle of red wine and go home and chill with Barbekins. Yeah.
How's work been?
Touch and go. Last week was busier than this week so far. Last week everyone came out on a mad one. This week's been a bit more quieter, if I'm honest. But obviously it's Ramadan, innit? So there's a lot of people fasting. There's a lot of kids out.
Really?
There's a lot of kids out. There's a lot of kids out. And you know what's funny? I was having a little whinge the other day because I saw these like kids come out of the JD Sports and they had like 10 bags of trainers. And in my head, I was thinking, and they were talking to like a news reporter. They were talking to like the news was there and they were talking. And in my head, I was thinking, if my youth went on the news with 10 pairs of trainers talking about, yeah, this is what I wanted to do, I'll be embarrassed.
Why?
I'll be like, is this what I raised you to do? To go on TV and tell people that you bought 10, I gave you money to buy 10 pairs of trainers.
What?
Why is that embarrassing?
But why do you need, but why is my people out here putting, like, showing this off like this is an achievement, 10 pairs of trainers? Because I haven't been able to wear crep in lockdown. So I went and bought 10 pairs.
That is definitely an achievement.
What? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I just felt like it would make me cringe a little bit. I was like, bruv, man, I wanted to say, save your money, man. That feeling that you're gonna get when you put on them crep, it goes after a couple of hours.
But Lee, you used to do exactly the same thing.
Exactly. And as an adult now, I realized that all that time, all the amount of trainers I've just given away or given to Oxfam and that, and I felt like when I first put them on, the way it made me feel, and now look, that feeling went.
No, but that's because you're older. That's not because you was wearing them for too long. That's because you're older.
I don't know, man.
The things that you care about are different. Blatantly.
So what you're saying is I spent a few mortgages back in the day.
Yeah, and more for you. You're Israel.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. So now as a wiser man, I think to myself, come on, man. What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
Can we say rest in peace to Black Rob?
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
That shit was whoa.
Yeah, big up to Black Rob. Yeah, like Black Rob wasn't like the iconic MC that we were talking, like the way we were talking about X the other day. But Black Rob definitely had a moment in hip hop history, and not just with Woe. Just I feel like that moment when Black Rob came out, he was carrying Bad Boy on his back. Locks left to go to Rough Riders. Biggie had died. Mason retired, and Black Rob was holding it up on his own. And for that reason, I feel like a lot of people, when seeing that video of Black Rob last week, were like, "Bro, how come Puffy's not helping my man?" But then I saw a lot of people were saying, because like some people were like, "Bro, how come he's not helping my?" But then like, is it really Puffy's responsibility? You were on my label. We made money together. You're not on my label anymore. Is it my responsibility to make sure that you're okay for the rest of your life if we're not doing business anymore?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. When you think about it that way, it's not. You're not. Yeah, it's not your responsibility.
But we're humans, bro. And if there's a part of you, remember, it's not like Diddy. We tied with Mason and man there. And yeah, it's not your responsibility to financially support everyone that was on your label, but come on, bro. Like, if you're not going to step up and help in these situations, what are you doing it for?
Yeah, but we don't know what...
Business, though. It's business, no?
Yeah, exactly that. And also, we don't know the circumstances behind why they don't do business together anymore. So like, it's all well, like we obviously just remember Puffy being with Black Rob and Whoa and Bad Boy for Life, and yeah, they were like team. But do we know what happened as to why that never continued? Like, and also at the end of the day, we might have just come to the end of the deal. Like, you go your way, I go my way. You weren't good with your money. I've been good with mine. It's not my fault. That I don't know if this is how I even know if this is how I feel about it. I feel like if I was in Puffy's position, knowing what Puffy has, maybe I definitely want to help him. But again, we don't know what the situation was. Is it his actual responsibility to look after everybody that he's made money with?
Ace.
Yeah.
If Vince phones you tomorrow and says, I can't pay the mortgage, are you giving him P?
Yeah.
Damon, if Flex phoned you tomorrow and said, I can't pay the rent, are you giving him P?
My Wi-Fi cut out.
No, but I think the difference with that is like me and Viz built. So I might not be sitting in this chair right now if I never did Ace and Viz. Like,
you know what?
We built stuff together. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Black Rob wouldn't have had an album about Puffy. So why is he giving him more help?
Lee, look at it like this, yeah. You see, over the last couple of years, you've had these celebrities, yeah, that have done reality TV, left, and then they've committed suicide or whatever, yeah. And a lot of people are putting the responsibility on the production companies to have continued to look after them after they've come off of reality TV. And some people's attitude is, well, you know, you signed a contract, you noticed for a year, 2 years, 3 years, you've got your P. Why is that my responsibility anymore? But I think as people, as humans, if you're in a position where you can see that somebody isn't doing well, or you can help, yeah. Like, so you know when DMX passed, yeah, and I see this thing that Jay-Z and Beyonce bought his rights or something, and then they're
his masters. They bought his masters for 10 million in it and gave it to his kids.
Yeah.
Ace, we can't hear you. Come closer to the microphone, player.
I don't know if that's actually true, but the story was that Jay-Z and Beyonce bought DMX's masters and gave it to his kids.
You see stuff like that, yeah? Because we all know that DMX, he was under pressure. You was under pressure. And I kind of thought to myself, why did man wait for him to pass away before he done something like that? Like, but your job is not, you can't just go around helping people, because at the end of the day, you can. Why
you
not?
Can't though. You can't though.
Because
life doesn't work like that, because you've got your own. As much as you want to help everybody, everyone's got their own problems they're dealing with. There are things that I'm going through. There's probably things you're going through. Ace is going through. You can't just go around. You can't just go around helping out.
I'm gonna tell you now. See you, man. We end this podcast and we don't do this again after this, yeah. I can't see you, man, on your face and not help.
Yeah, but you know what?
Other people will tell me, nah, you shouldn't, and whatever else, and they're big. I can't see you, man, on your face and not help, bro.
I think the DMX thing is different though, because okay, let's just say if DMX was alive, what, Jay-Z's supposed to buy DMX's masters while he's alive and give it to his youths? Do you think DMX would have that? like
also,
what, he's trying to mug me off, bro?
Also, DMX was a crack addict.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Do you know what it's like when someone's a crack addict? Them type of people, when you have them in your house, whether they're your family or whatever, like, I know, like, my old man don't talk to a lot of his friends, because back in the day, like, that's the route that they went down. And he didn't have them in the house after a while. It was like, no, I can't have them man in the house no more, because it gets disrespectful.
Yeah, but that's
no, but that's what I'm saying. So imagine, just because when you see DMX, he's presentable, and there's probably a dark side of that, of him, where he could probably be a monster as well, you know. So it's
also,
like, you can't
people have helped DMX as well. I've tried to help DMX before as well, you know.
Yeah, he's probably been trying.
Even Jay wrote off a massive debt that DMX had to Def Jam, and Jay-Z wrote it off while he was the president to let him get off the label. But like, he's done things for him before. So yeah, I hear what you're saying.
I believe when you like I said, when it comes to drugs like that, yeah, it's hard to help people, because they so want that hit again. They still want to to feel that feeling. They'll do anything and say whatever. How many times have you seen the local crackhead and they're telling you how much they don't do it no more and how they change, but can you give them another score? For what?
Lee.
What do you want that for?
Lee, you see addiction. It's a mad thing, you know.
I know it is.
It's a mad thing. You see, the other day, yeah. So on my way home, I drive down to Aldgate East. You know the junction, and I'm going straight over to go Tower Bridge.
Yeah, there's a man on the lights there all the time, innit?
Right. Now there's a crew of them, because at first it was a lady. Then I started to realize, it's a little squad of you, man. Yeah. So I don't even bother. I don't even entertain it, because I know what you lot are about. And the other day, some black brother was walked up, and I knew what he was going to say. And you get what I mean? He walked up, and his approach was just different. And he didn't try to come with no whatever. Maybe I was just in a good mood. He didn't try to come with no spiel. Because
Somali boy, innit? It's like a Somali black boy, innit?
yeah, and
Yeah. I've seen him
and
yesterday.
it was like, have you got any change to help me out? Yeah, and I'm reaching into my little pot, and he just said, bro, he just said, you know, like everybody struggles, and I've looked at him, and he says, like, yeah, bro, like you're struggling, like what, you know, because I don't partake in drug taking, or I don't, you know, I never have. That doesn't mean I don't understand addiction, and you know, you have good days and bad days, and if man just keep on turning up their face at them, man, there, even though I don't agree with what you're doing.
You know the irony. Do you know the irony of some of this, the begging stuff though? Yeah, is like there's a guy that works the King's Cross cab rank.
Yeah.
And we've watched him one day. Like a few of us have watched him, and this guy's probably taken about well over 100 quid. Because you know we're cabbies, we have change in it. Give him a £2. You work the rank. There's probably about 50 cabs on the rank. You're working that the whole day. He's taken over. Maybe he might even take more than me in a day sometimes. Do you get what I'm saying? Some of them, it's a good hustle. Bro. And the stories that come with it. I've had a man give me a 2-page poetry and say, yeah, can you give me a little something for it? I read the poem, it was dead. I was like, you know what? I respect the hustle. Another guy gave me a magazine and said, I'm selling this magazine, yeah, for a £5. Can you sponsor? I said, yeah, you're selling a magazine. There's a black guy. I took the I gave him the £5. I gave him the magazine. When I opened up the magazine, it said the magazine was bought for £1.99.
It was what?
He bought the magazine for £1.99 and then sold it to me for a £5.
A hustle, man.
Hold on, wait. But we do that every day. What you think? You think Air Forces come from Taiwan or China or whatever for £150?
But the thing is, the price was on the magazine. That's what hurt me. If you bump me, I don't mind you bumping me, but don't show me you're bumping me.
Why not? Why not?
No. I don't want to see that. That's like you going into Nando's and them saying to you, we buy this food for £3, but you give us £17.
I hear you.
I don't want to see that. Want to see that.
Well, that's you. I hear you, but I'm rating his hustle, fam. I'm rating his hustle. Fam, look, you see them man are getting innovative and they're doing bits and pieces. I'm not going to be at the lights and start telling them and they jump up and down and start dancing and singing. Entertain me and I'll give you P. The reality is I'm not going to give P to every, like, so there's a brother, yeah. Do I even want to bait out his name? So there's a brother called Wayne. Yeah, I'm not going to say his surname. No, it's not my brethren.
Oh, right. No, it's
not him.
I thought you were going to
Wayne. And bro, you lot have seen him in the ends. Yeah, he was doing bits back in the day, hit hard times, started suffering mental illness. He's kind of on substances and he's homeless in Finsbury Park. He has good days and bad days. Every time he walks by the barbershop, he pops his head in, hails up, man. You know what I mean? He's posted up at Finsbury Park. And it's one of them ones where I know you. I will stop and chat to you, drop him a little P, whatever else. And to see his journey, there's times where I've seen him, he's got a girlfriend, he's got kids, he's doing his thing, and everyone's like, rah. Things have turned. A couple of weeks later, he's walking around Finsbury Park with no shoes on, no top on, under severe pressure on the madness. And then I'm just like, bro, I don't know what they're man to go through. I don't know what you do. You know what I mean? But I just think if we have the ability, and yes, we can't help everyone. My thing is, let's not just wait until man's on his deathbed, innit? Let's not wait until man's dead till he's passed away before we just do something that doesn't affect us. Do you know what I mean? Like, fam, I gave man homeless. Fam, if you see what I've eaten tonight, cuz, yeah, that I didn't need to eat, yeah. Fam, I bought, and these are just on my table because I was just eating some jerk lamb. I bought these today. Fam, if you look in my cupboard, yeah, you know how much barbecue sauces I've got? I don't need these, cuz, but I just bought some more, fam. Wow. Like, but bruv, because I thought I was gonna do a barbecue, didn't do a barbecue, but I've got enough barbecue sauce to do a barbecue anyway. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. Do you know what I mean? Like, fam, really and truly, I'm in a position where I can drop a couple pounds on a couple people every now and then. I'm going to, bro. I think, you know, that's just my thing. But I get it. Is it man's responsibility? The reality is no.
With the homeless debate, I've heard a lot of people that used to be homeless say the worst thing you can do to a homeless person is give them money. It doesn't help the situation.
But this is the thing. This is the thing, though. I agree with that on one aspect. As long as that aspect is, yes, I'm not going to give you money, but I'm going to go and help you. I will go and buy you a food, or I'll go and buy you a coffee. A lot of times we don't have the time. So the worst thing you can do is give them money because we know what they're going to do. But brother, I'd rather give you the P than you go and rob some old woman or break into somebody's house to get it. Like, there's different elements to this thing. It's like if everyone took that stance, it's like, I'm not giving you P because I know what you're going to do. You're just going to break into somebody's house. You're just going to try and rob somebody or do something mad.
But you know what? No, but you see, when we talk about DMX shit, the irony is, he's made millions of pounds as well. So then to make millions of pounds and then hit rock bottom and then make money again and then get to that point again, and you keep doing the same thing for someone that hasn't got nothing or never seen what you've seen. How can they help you? How can they help you? Because if you can do that with millions of pounds of money, if I give you a little something, what are you gonna do with that? That's good. You might have look at it as this ain't even gonna do nothing for me,
bro. You just gotta keep the faith, bro. You just gotta keep the faith and hope and pray. You know what I mean?
Man said hope and pray. You know.
What else can you do, bro? You know what I mean? Like, yes, at some point people are gonna get tired of it, but you know it is what it is. But talking about responsibility, Lee, me and Ace spoke about something earlier on in the week. Yeah. Do you think it's your partner's responsibility to let you know if they are going to do something that will alter their appearance drastically?
And I think it should be a conversation.
So I'm talking about is facial piercings. Somebody like Ace has got a beard, cuts his beard off. Somebody like me, if I decide to cut my dreads off or cut my dreads. Look at my dreads, though. My dreads are fly. I know you lot are hating. Look at that. I know you're hating, Ace.
You love it.
Yeah. Look at that. All right. We got first class salon.
Yeah, I think it should be a conversation, no?
So your missus couldn't come home with a face tattoo?
No, it's funny you said, nah, what? Face tattoo? You know what's funny though? Okay, yesterday she got a haircut, she got a new hairstyle. And I was like, but she told me she cut it all off. And I was like, nah, you didn't cut it off. And she's like, no, but I've cut it all off. And I'm saying, why would you do that and not tell me? Why, like, you need to run that by me. And she's like, why do I need to run it by you? If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And I was like, well, not really. You need to tell me these things.
No,
because I'll raggo tell you I don't fancy you no more. I'll raggo tell you that. I'll raggo, why? Why not? So he tells me every day I'm butters with this gym.
But
I confirm it. I confirm that. But if I tell her she looks butters, she can't confirm that.
All right, so Lee, is she in regards to telling you about a big shop, does she have to get your permission?
You know what? In my mind, I feel like yes, but I know that would never run because she's never gonna. Me to permission her? It's crazy.
Can't be a permission.
Never. What? Just for the fact that I say that she will cut it off now. If she's cutting it. She's cutting it off right now as we speak.
Consult me in it. That's all. I think.
But I do think it needs to be a conversation, especially like that. Like imagine your missus went bald and said, "Oh, I'm feeling this Naya Bingy look. This I want to go for that look now. I'm on that."
Yeah.
What man? Meant to just take that with what?
I'm with Lee, and I've said this over the years, and I've always said it, and I still back what I say. Yeah. See, when I met you, I wasn't attracted by your personality because I didn't know your personality. I just saw you, and in my situation, I don't know if I'm gonna bait this up. I might be sleeping on the sofa with this, I don't know. But in my situation, you was half naked on the beach, looking hella fire. Fire. Mm-hmm. I knew nothing about your personality. Yeah. So all this, and if you do something that would make me now look at you differently, aesthetically, there has to be a conversation. And especially if your partner knows that you don't like something. So if your partner knows you don't like a lip piercing, and then you go get a lip piercing.
Yeah, that's what.
Hold on, the verdict.
It's coming in.
It's coming in. Well, it's coming in. Ace, what are the
Can we put it on the screen as well, Ace?
What are they saying in the chat?
And I'll just say though, what if it's like, what if the appearance altering is something like weight loss?
I think weight is something that, you know, that is something that you can't really speak about. You can't talk about someone's weight, full stop, whether it be his or hers. I don't know. I just think it's a unless you know what, you have to understand if your partner is strong enough to take it. Because with me, you can, like, my missus could say, "Oh, look at your belly," and then I'm inspired to go to the gym.
No, but Ace said
if I said her belly,
no, I'm talking weight loss. What if you met her?
Wait. Whoa.
What's going on?
He's opening the envelope. He's opening the envelope.
There's an envelope.
He's opening the envelope, people.
Where are you watching?
from
on YouTube. Just type it. Go into YouTube, and it would just be live. Sky News.
Guys, can we lock off?
Whoa.
Ace. I feel uncomfortable.
I'm gonna tell you what it says.
So the plaintiff versus Derek Michael Chauvin defendant. Verdict, count one.
Count
file number 27 CR 20.
Count one.
12646. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count one, unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty.
Guilty. Yes! Second-degree murder.
2021 at 1:44 p.m. Signed juror foreperson, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count two.
Count two.
The above entitled matter as to count two. Third-degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act, find the defendant guilty.
Guilty of third-degree murder.
At 1:45. Foreperson, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count three.
Count three.
Above entitled matter as to count three. Second-degree manslaughter, culpable negligence, creating an unreasonable risk. Find the defendant guilty.
Second-degree manslaughter, guilty.
Guilty of everything.
Guilty of everything. Guilty of everything.
Members of the jury, I'm now going to ask individually if your true and correct verdicts.
Guilty of everything. All counts. Guilty.
Juror number two, are these your true and correct verdicts?
On all counts.
Well done. Jury, man.
Juror number 19.
There's no way they could have done not guilty on anything.
Nah. Did he get sentenced today?
Nah,
he won't get sentenced today.
Later on.
Wow.
He's looking hella under pressure. Hella under pressure.
I'll ask you a question as two black men.
Say that again?
I'll ask you a question as two black men.
Well, I don't know where Lee's gone, but Lee's a white shape right now.
Am I here? Go on. What are you saying?
Lee,
is what?
Is this satisfying to you?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Very satisfying.
You know what? You know what? I can't believe that it got to this point. Like they had to work out whether what was done was correct or not. Like that is fucking.
That's why it's not. That's kind of why it's. I don't want to say it's not satisfying to me, but it's still like. Why did we seen it? Like, why was there even a doubt?
We saw it. Everyone saw the thing, and no, you couldn't even back it. If that was your brethren that done it, you'd have to say to your boy, you know, blood, you're going down. You know, I don't see you getting out of this thing.
I also feel like they were under pressure to do this. Like, they know what would have happened if it went in.
But Ace and Lee, do you know what that says to me then? Do you know what this says? If what you're saying is correct, you know what this says? This says that the world is changing. And the world is changing in accordance to the people and people power and movement, because racism is a black thing, yeah, but this wasn't just a black thing. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's people that don't like me. There's people that don't like George Floyd that looked at it and said, "No, that's a liberty." Do you know what I mean? There's people that don't care for Black Lives Matter, but still looked and said, "Nah, that's a liberty." Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, with the marching, with the kneeling at football matches, with all of the protests. Yeah, this for me is the first movement, the first thing that's like, you know what, we're kind of going in the right direction, because we all had a choice. We had a choice not to go on that march. You remember I told you, man, that the when me and Ice went on the march, yeah, it was a conscious decision to wear what I wore. And what I wore, the conscious decision was to everything I had on was black owned. I had on your cousin's Lakey tracksuit. Okay, I had on Jordans. We're not going to get into that, but it still represented the black man.
Yeah,
You understand?
yeah, of course.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Like and you know what my consideration was of that day? I looked at the weather and it said it was going to rain. And I said to Aish, it's going to rain. It could be peak. Shall we go another day? And it was a consideration. Then I had to stop and fix up and say what? Because George Floyd had the ability, or the liberty, should I say, to decide on what day he was good. Nah. Do you know what I mean? So man just had to, so everybody marching, everybody speaking out, everybody signing whatever petition they signed or posting things up or whatever. Whether they turn around and say this is pressure, whether they turn around and say, it was influenced by the Black movement or the Black Power movement or just solidarity. I just feel that this is important because hopefully, this will make other police officers think twice about it. Hopefully, this will make other police officers think twice about, because we've seen that it hasn't stopped since this. It hasn't stopped since George Floyd got murdered. And we can say that legally now. There's not a single person on the planet that can turn around and say, oh, it hasn't gone to trial yet. You know the man there that, allegedly, fuck all of you, man.
You know that it's still gonna appeal though.
But he can appeal. He can appeal, and that's his right. And that's his right to appeal. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not even gonna say that's a failing of the law system, because everybody can appeal.
Everyone has the entitled to appeal, yeah.
Yellow, and everyone can use that. So appeal, that's your right. But right now, as it stands, justice has been served. And it's not often that Black people can say that. More often than not, there's like, oh yeah, but he got found guilty, but he got found guilty of this. Or he got, like, as we were talking about at the beginning of the show. You know what I mean? This here is cool. Yeah, got found guilty. And I think this for us as Black people needs to show us that we need to, the fight's not over. We need to continue to stick together. And I've said it for time. We just need to move in the same direction. Even if we're wrong, let's move wrong together. Let's show solidarity. Show that we are one people moving in one direction together. We'll get there, fam.
We will.
We'll get there.
Definitely will.
We shall overcome. Sing it, Lee.
We shall overcome.
Aye.
We shall overcome. Aye. We shall overcome someday. Notice the way I sung it. I sung it like my Caribbean teacher that taught me the tune. Miss Scott.
Go on. This is a good thing. I'm happy. I'm seeing them celebrating in America. I'm happy. What else is going on, Ace? What else is popping up?
Sorry, I don't know. I'm kind of in the moment now.
All right, what's happening on the chat? Because you've just been in your phone.
I'm in this moment now. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, the chat's talking about the verdict. Shout out to everyone in there.
Why are you not reading things to us, Ace? Why are you not letting us know?
They're saying exactly what you told me. They told me that it's guilty. People are tearful.
I'm not feeling you today, Ace, because you're just all over the gap.
There's nothing to feel, man. I think
you're all over the gap. Come on, bro.
I do 7 radio shows a week. Leave me alone.
What? And you get paid for those 7 radio shows a week. So that's nothing to do with me.
I don't give a hoot. Where's Femi? Femi said he was coming today. Femi said he was coming.
Femi's not about, fam. Femi's not about. Let me shout out KG, Nick Cage. KG911 because he was the one that let me know. If he didn't let me know, I wouldn't have known that this was happening at the time that it happened. So respect for that, KG. And shout out everybody else that is just a constant listener of the podcast. Ace, do you remember who it was last week that was not even getting at Femi, that was just questioning Femi about his films? Do you remember who it was?
Yeah, no, I can't remember the name of the person. They're probably still blocked. At least still in there.
All right, if that
Femi ain't been on the podcast for weeks and just come back and starts blocking everybody.
Mad.
But what happened last week? You were getting onto it. What happened?
Someone was getting onto Femi about making gangster films, basically.
Well, it's debatable. They just asked him a couple of questions, but Femi was like, "No, I'm not having it. Bun you." I just started blocking, man. Yeah, but if that person's on now listening, put a message in the group because I don't know. I think Femi was a bit strong with his actions, so man, just want to apologize on behalf of the rest of the Cut the Chat team. Yeah, that maybe Femi didn't give you the time that he should have. Yeah, so hold that, fam. What else is happening, Ace?
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Super League, George Floyd, Black Rock.
Did I tell you about the auntie I had in the cab?
Go on.
Did I tell you about her a couple weeks ago when she made me carry her bags?
No.
I told you about her. No.
When she made you carry her bags?
So remember I told you I met I gave a beggar some money. This is the same guy you're talking about, yeah. And then this auntie flagged me down, and she was with a disabled child, like she was looking after him.
Okay.
Didn't I tell you this story?
No, go on.
Okay, so all right, so check it, yeah. So it ends up being a Nigerian woman, yeah. So this is before Christmas. So anyway, she says, "Can I take her? I'm round the corner from Liverpool Street." She said, "Can you take me to Liverpool Street Station?" I said, "Okay." So as we get to Liverpool Street Station, she said, "Can you just park up now and come in and help me? I'm looking for boots." I'm like, "Oh," I said, "I can't park my cab here." She goes, "You pay. I'll give you the money." Now this woman, she didn't look like she had coin. You know, one of them aunties that just look like they go market and go home, and they're gonna, you know, that she's gonna ask you for more than she's allowed to. She thinks she's talking to me like I'm a slave as well, like I'm some area boy. This is how she's talking to me. So I'm like, all right, I don't know why I did it. I went on my app and I paid for parking, and I went into Liverpool Street Station. The booth was on the left. I said, "It's over there." "Oh, can you come with me now?" I was like, "Oh my God." So I thought I changed it from 15 minutes to half an hour. Go into the boots now. She's like, she's looking for adult nappies for this guy. So I'm like, I didn't even know this existed. So they told her she'd been online looking for these adult nappies. That was the only place they did them. So now she's saying, "Oh, what size do you think would fit him?" I'm like, "I don't know." I said, "I'm just your cab driver, right? I don't know why you can't ask me for this. You're putting too much pressure on me." She said, "Oh, what ones would you wear?" I said, "Oh my days." I was like, what? I said, "All right, medium. Try the medium ones because I'm a medium and like I think maybe I'm going on Calvin Klein boxer sizes, yeah." So I'm like, this woman had me in the shop for an hour and a half, innit? She had me in the shop for an hour and she had me in the shop for an hour and a half, yeah. And she was like to me, she goes to the till point. She's holding up the till, by the way. So all this time she's holding up the till. She goes, "Get me another one." "All right, get me another one." These times she's got about 10 of these boxes it looks like nappies, innit? She's got 10 of these there. They're bringing up these big boots bags from the back. No, you don't even see these ones on shop floor. They got these special ones at the back. Right, she's filling it all up. Bro, there's people, they've had to call people to come open up other checkouts because she's just taking liberties. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we're in there for an hour. I've updated it on my phone and I'm saying to myself, "Lee, you're an idiot because she's not going to give you this money. Plus the meter's running on the cab." And I'm thinking, so anyway, we got out now. She's asked me to carry these bags as well. She's not carrying nothing, She's just holding the guy's arm. So we're getting out. I'm walking to the cab. She goes, "I'm hungry now. Where's KFC?" I said, I don't know where KFC is. I don't know where KFC is. You need to go home now. I need to take you back. She's like, no, come on. She goes McDonald's. She's in McDonald's and she's asking for things that's not on the menu. I swear you not.
Wait, you went into McDonald's with her?
Bro, I'll send you a picture of me. I took a picture of me holding like with the bags on the floor. I followed it into McDonald's. Me, her, and an hour and a half of my time, you know. She's gone and she's asking for things on the menu. They're going to the back. They're taking out the ketchup. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're doing also. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I said, you know what, Lee, you just done yourself over now. So anyway, get back in the cab, taking her. The meter's still on in it. So the meter with the I think the parking costs £13 something. The meter's on £70 something. I'm just thinking, what have I done? This should have been a quick £6 job. Do you get what I'm saying? No word of a lie. She goes, put the £70 on her credit card, yeah, and then she gives me £100 cash.
Really?
I swear to you.
Wow.
I never saw it coming. This is the thing. So she goes, "Oh, can I call you?" So I'm like, well, obviously. Can I? I was gonna say to her, "Can I call you, mum?" I need. Do you get what I'm saying? So anyway, no. But the thing is, she's one of those people. She's an old woman. Old. She's an Igbo woman. That's what I want to talk to Femi about her today. She can't be bothered because I said to her, it'd be cheaper for you to get a cab and then when you finish, get another cab. She's like, no, I don't want to bother. They don't want to do it when I ask them, like, whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. So anyway, she phoned me on Monday, innit? She goes, basically, she said she's got property in Oxford. She goes, can I take her up there? So I'm like, yeah, but Auntie, it's going to cost you too much money. She's, how much? I said, I just threw a number out there. So £300. She's like, okay. I said, what? In my head, I'm thinking, right, this woman wants me to take her up to Oxford for £300 and then bring her home. She's like, yeah, okay, can I call you? I said, all right, cool. So she goes to me Monday. So that was Christmas. So Monday, she phones me, yeah? And she's like, where are you? I said, I'm in the gym. She goes, come and meet me now. I said, oh, cool. Look how she's talking to me. This is how she's talking to me. She's ordering me. She's ordering me around, you know. She takes me. Tell her, sorry, last week I took her. She wanted to go and see her accountant in Ilford. She made me wait outside with the meter running
money
for an hour. And then take her back. As we're going back here, this is what this woman done to me. She was going past the market in Whitechapel. She goes, pull over. I need to buy a suitcase. I go to Nigeria 3 times a year. So I'm like, all right. So I pull over and she's gone for 20 minutes. I'm like, where is this woman gone? I park up the cab, go around. She's bartering with the man. You know them Cockney guys that sell suitcases at the side of the road. She's got 3 suitcases there. 3 big ones. She can't carry these. I'm thinking, what are you? I said, what are you doing? She's like, I need 1 of these. I need 3 of these suitcases. So she looks at me. She goes, all right, where are you? I said, I'm over there. Hurry up. Can you hurry up? Because I want to go. I go over there. She phones my phone. Can you come and help me? I can't lift. It's too heavy. I said, oh my God. Got out the cab again. Gone to the suitcase, man. Bro, there's nothing in the suitcase. There's nothing in the suitcase. It's on wheels. I was like, this woman is killing me. So she gave me £150 for that job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So then obviously she phoned me on Monday and she was like, oh yeah, I need to go shopping, innit? So I'm like, Auntie, if you're going to go shopping, it doesn't make sense. It's going to cost you too much money. She's like, are you going to do it or not now? I'm like, all right, cool. So I go and pick her up now. I pick her up now. She wants to go back to that place where she picked up her suitcase. Where she got, what's that? What's that noise? That Femi. Yeah, so I go back to that place where she goes and what's it called? Where she gets a suitcase from. Bro, I'm parked up outside again for an hour, bro. To a point where the people that are doing, like, there's works going on there, they're moving me. Sorry, mate, you can't park there. The marshals are moving me there. They're moving me here. I'm just like, oh my God. Finally get the woman into the cab again, taking her home. She wants to stop off again. I need to go to that bookshop across the road. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Pull over again. She jumps out. I go to find a parking. She phones me, where are you? I don't want the book no more. I said, rah. Come back round. You know what she said to me? She goes to me, we're going back to her house. She goes, oh, I need grease. I need some grease. So I'm like, she goes, where can I get grease? So I'm like, oh, I don't even know. I'll take you Pax. So we're driving towards Pax now in Finsbury Park from Whitechapel, you know. Because I don't know where she's going to get hair grease. And I'm not trying to Google it. I ain't got time for this. So I'm driving. She goes, where are you taking me? I said, to go and get hair grease, Auntie. What's wrong with you? She goes, not hair grease. Grease for the fufu. Grease for the fufu. Bro, I nearly crashed the cab. I was in the floor. I said, this woman is killing me. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Blood, she killed me. She absolutely killed me. I need to, you know what? I need to record her. The thing is, she's intense. I think she just got money. She's got mad money. She's got mad money.
We need to get on the
I'm telling you, she always pays me nice, tip. You're a nice boy, but I have to put up some abuse before I get my money.
Lee, I'm sorry, yeah. I know I'm late and that, but what is this a regular client of yours?
Yeah, Igbo woman. She's got property.
Igbo woman.
She's got property in Oxford, and she's using my cab. She's using me in my cab as if to say it's cheaper than Uber. I'm telling you,
she just got your number and she just called you regular.
Yeah, she phones me all the time. I've done 3 jobs for her, and she's paid me probably 3 times the amount that I should have got paid anyway. Maybe 4 times.
Oh, you shouldn't be complaining about the grease. You shouldn't be complaining about the grease, Charlie. My brother.
I'm not, but you know what it is? It's the way she just deals with me. Like, you know what she said? She said, Igbo men are bossy with money, but she goes, our women, we're not like that. We could be billionaires and you will never know. And then when she's saying these things, I'm thinking, what's going on here?
Bro,
she's looking after me, though. She's helped me through this.
Keep her close.
Yeah, of course.
100%.
Of course.
Keep her close.
Nice. What are you saying anyway? Were you not putting in your camera today?
In it, fam. What on?
I'm in a car, guys.
Okay.
You know, we're gonna wrap up soon, but before you go, do you want to give us your opinion on the verdict?
On the 2nd-degree murder?
On the whole verdict?
Was it 2nd degree? I thought it was 3rd.
Second degree murder.
He's guilty of 2nd and 3rd degree, right?
Yeah, and then involuntary manslaughter. So, because in America they charge you for bare different things, in it. So you've got guilty for everything basically that got charged for.
I mean, it's a change. I think it's an important step in policing in the States because it's the first time, that I know of, that a policeman's been convicted. And globally, it rarely happens that police get convicted because they almost find a way to protect them for policy reason. Because obviously, if you convict police officers, then it means that they're like, it kind of like, you know, I don't know what the rationale is, but I suppose the rationale is that they want to give the police the confidence to go out there and do whatever they need to do to bring peace. But actually, in this instance, he overstepped the mark. And, you know, it was a murder that led to worldwide grief. And so I think it was the right thing to do, actually. And I think it sends a message to all the other police out there. Because, you know, every single day since George Floyd has been killed, somebody in America has been killed by a police officer or in police custody. Hello?
That's horrible.
That's a lot.
That's factual. Like, you know, I've got someone, like, you know, there's a company that was doing some research into this. And so ultimately, and the majority of those people are people of color. And so I think it's important that they send out this message and that it's nice and clear that, you know, you just can't get away with killing us. And when I say us, I mean specifically Black people.
Straight.
What do we think? How many years do you think we're going to get? How many years do you think he's looking at, really, realistically?
A lot of years, double figures.
Nah.
You reckon double figures, yeah?
I don't think he will.
And what do you think? What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. I just don't think he's going to get that much of the time.
We just have no faith, man. They still ain't taking back what they done to Rodney King, man. And everyone's seen that's on YouTube, lad. Did you see that beating? Did you see that beating?
Bro,
They can't even say, you know, we apologize for that.
Bro, this is at least the first time that they're convicting someone, you know? And I've just never, I mean, I've never seen it.
This is what I said. I said, you see that whole thing about if man wakes up tomorrow, just be happy that man woke up tomorrow, bro. Don't start questioning me about what I was doing last week and all that. So the reality is, yeah, Rodney King and everybody else, but this is landmark. This is landmark. I'm with them. It's what I said earlier. Like, you know, we can hopefully move forward and other police officers will now think twice about their actions going forward. And hopefully, you know, more black people will be alive after interactions with the police for traffic stops or for very, very, very minor situations. A lot of those situations aren't even criminal. So I think this is a very good thing for.
Are we saying that the verdict would have been different if it wasn't like a trending worldwide?
But then maybe, I don't know, but maybe it's a good thing. Maybe this is one of them situations where social media has helped the cause. You know, because as you said, even what you said for me, like what you're saying that a person has died every single day within police custody since George Floyd. We haven't heard about them things. We heard about the 13-year-old boy the other day, and that happened a month ago. You know, so there's things happening every day that we're not hearing about. Hopefully, with more access to cameras and you know, more CCTV footage or camera phones footage, that these things can just be exposed a lot more, and you know, be forced to be taken to court and justice upheld. Really, let's hope so.
Guilty. All right, listen, Femi, anything else you want to say before we leave?
I'll save it for next week. There's bare stuff I want to talk about.
So you want to come on 5 minutes before the end?
Yeah, no, I said I'll save it for next week. I said there's bare stuff I want to talk, but it's kind of like we don't have to talk about it this week. It's not stuff that is like urgent. Okay. It's stuff that's going on in like with like AI and tech and all of this stuff that I'm researching into and I'm finding interesting that I want to share with you lot.
Did you watch Coded Bias?
I watched Coded Bias, and
that's mad, isn't it?
And Lee, we're gonna talk about it next week. And I listened to a podcast with the lady, and I think we should be talking about it, man. I thought it
was important as well. Yeah, it's quite mad.
Lee, before we go, what's Coded Bias?
So basically,
that's everyone's homework. Watch it on Netflix.
Watch it on Netflix. Watch it on Netflix. But what they're saying basically, it's about the algorithms and things that basically the AI is designed by like the white people that designed it to think like them. To think,
I want
to think like them.
Black people and stuff.
Yeah. So no, it's not even just that, but they designed the AI to think like them. So basically, racism and everything won't change because it's already thinking like a white man. Do you get what I'm saying? Like in AI, the technology is so it's not going to change basically because the AI is seeing it how they see it, but they're the ones that feed the program in it. So why would they not make it like that? But it's a danger if we accept it because you know things won't change, innit? But yeah, you should watch Coded Bias.
Let's watch Coded Bias and let's talk about it properly next week. Because and also there's other like areas because there's like even tech that's been created to detect the amount of oxygen exists in your body that wasn't detecting correctly, that wasn't calibrated properly to detect the amount of oxygen. Sorry, there's police. That wasn't calibrated properly to detect the correct amount of oxygen in black people's body. And so loads of black people were getting sent home instead of being admitted to hospital during the COVID-19 pandemic.
We're on it.
So, but that's not...
Coded Bias,
yeah, that's not in Coded Bias, but that's in other research that I've since done into that area. But like, let's talk about, you know, algorithms and computers and how obviously it's going to influence the world that we live in the future and all of that stuff. And the world that we live in already, because they actually use it. They use it in the UK already. Like the police use it already.
For what?
So basically, in the UK, the police sometimes, right, have these cameras that are running computers on next to train stations, and they're trying to be on all high roads, and they're looking to see if there's any criminals that match descriptions as, you know, just stop and search that they do already. But now they use computers to do it with them. And so because if the computer says you match the profile, then the police approach you. But this whole thing is premised on the idea that computers never make mistakes. But of course they do.
Of course they do.
Because they're programmed by human beings. And so, like, in the same way that they've been programmed, they're gonna make they're always gonna make mistakes. And also computers have they're not discerning. So like they've got no empathy. They've got do you get what I'm saying? There's certain human traits that numbers and algorithms they cannot have by their very nature. And so that discernment is what's missing. And also once a computer says, oh, this person's a criminal, then it's almost like 100% they believe the computer. So this
we take it as gospel, innit? Yeah. No,
so
you're
this
right.
man,
You're right. You're gonna start taking it as gospel, yeah.
This man was arrested in front of his daughters in America. This man was arrested. The police arrested him, put him in custody for 30 hours, and then they showed him a picture of what was supposed to be him, right? And they said, "Oh, this is you," and he's like, "No, it's not me. Like, you're not. Don't you guys think all black people look the same?" And he put the picture next to his face, and he said, "It's not me." And then the police were like, "No, but the computer says it's you."
Yeah.
And that's the world that we're going to.
Crazy. That's crazy.
But yeah, I want to talk about that next week.
Yeah, watch it though. Homework, guys.
Coded Bias, yeah?
Yeah.
Coded Bias,
Netflix.
Go check that out. All right, guys, we will be back next week.
Look at the hair, look at the hair, look at the hair. Mad fleeky, look at that.
We promise to be on time next week.
Who?
Next week, I'll be waiting for you 5 minutes early.
My guy.
I'm back next week. Official fourth member of Cut the Chat.
Are you jealous?
Shut up, man. I've got a little dread here. Look, it's there.
Is that the one that I've been leaving to grow?
Little dread.
I got a little dread, you know.